Hi people, right, today we are going to review this bag which is the Stanley Fatmax dual access bag, and in terms of size, Stanley say this is 43 by 28 and I think it's by 30 high, so that's the dimensions. And it costs online, it costs around 50 to 55 pounds. I'm going to quickly go through the external pockets. So got 4 pockets there, and I'm just going to quickly talk you through actually some of the tools that I've got here as well. So yeah, this is my service bag, service and maintenance bag that I use for my plumbing work. So just going to talk you through this. So 4 pockets, I've got electrical tape there, some stubby screwdrivers there, and as I'm turning these around, I'll also tell you that this weighs just under 17 kilograms with all the stuff that I've got in there. So I've got 2 more end pockets here, some drill bits, tire pressure gauge that I use for expansion vessels, snap off utility knife blades, hacksaw blades, you know, and then on this side, on this end, we've got another 2 pockets here. I've got some PTFE tape, some push fit fittings, you know, so this is the sort of thing. Got 2 handles there, strong handles. So on this side, again, external pocket. We've got a zip pocket here, and what I've got in here, again, for pumping up expansion vessels. You know, so just gonna, like I'm saying, going to be quick with this. So let's start with this side. So let me just show you. This is double-sided, and it does come with a strap. But I will say, the original Stanley strap was rubbish and it was uncomfortable. So I did get this. Zins, cost me about £20, so this is to you, Stanley. You've got to put a decent strap on this, because I paid an extra 20 quid for this, so that wasn't great. So but let's get back to the bag. So this is how it opens. This is the one side. So it's quite, as the name suggests, it is dual opening. So there's that side, and then you probably won't be able to see it from that side, but what we'll do, we'll turn it around. If you look at it like that, yeah, see that? So that's how it opens. So very good access. I'll start with this side just to show you some of the pockets on the inside as well. I'm going to close that up a second. So just going to tip it up a little bit just so you get a better view. Right, here. Just going to go through the tools. So I've got my screwdrivers there, electrical screwdrivers, lots of space for that. I've got a file, got what's that? Temperature probe, non-contact electrical tester, some bits in there, you know, sort of like. And what I will get onto on this side, if you can see those there, we've got some pockets here as well. You see, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets, quite large ones. So got lots of sort of ratcheting spanners there, and got my adjustables. Yeah, these are monument ones, although that one says, although that one's an Eclipse. I have to say, this is monument. I did find this to be a little bit better. So there you go. And I've got other little things, snap off knife and bits like that. So, and what I will say, so these are the tools that I particularly like, and this is, as you can see, this is a Nipex. I don't, obviously as a plumber, I don't do that much electrical work, but that's a lovely tool. And again, that's a budget wire stripper. And then this is quite important. So that's a 10-inch Nipex alligator, lovely adjustable pumps as well. But what I will say, that's that. And this is the same thing in a 7-inch. Again, lovely tool. And this is the same thing in a 12-inch. As you know, the alligator, they work like press the button, adjust, size up and down. So lovely tools, as I say. But what I will say, something to note with this bag is I did used to have a Vito Pro Pack before it got stolen, about 4 or 5 months ago. So I've had this 4 or 5 months. I used to just about get a channel lock, 12-inch channel lock, upright in the bag in my Vito, but it won't go in this. So if height is an issue, this bag may not be for you. So just keep that in mind when you're purchasing it. And this is another thing. So this is long screwdriver. This is a Posi 250mm. Yeah, and as you can see, I just about managed to get that in there. So you can't put any of these upright, obviously. There, as you can see, far too thin. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention is that this is quite good. This does come with plastic base up to there, so really good. As you can see, a little bit of signs of wear. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. A little bit of signs of wear because it catches on my key that I keep on my belt. So a little bit of signs of wear on that one. But yeah, I know some people complain about the zips. I've not had any problems yet, but we'll see. Time will tell. So let's move on to the other side. That's that side. Let's move on to the other side. Quickly there, and then let's open up this side. And again, it's pretty much the same design. On this side, however, this is slightly deeper. I don't know if you can notice it there. So this side is actually slightly deeper. So if you look there, this side is actually deeper. So, and what I've got in here, this is a bit of rubbish. Let me take that out. That's don't need that and that. So this is and that. So this is what I've normally got in the bag. So I've got, it's a Bosch multi-bit sets thing. So it's got lots of bit sets, and I've got a little ratchet in there. So that's something I keep in there. That's a Bosch sort of thermostatic gun. Got one of those. Got a little tester, a clamp meter, which is very useful. It's a tiny one. It's not particularly good quality, but it works for me. So leak detector. Right, I've got this, a Bosch light. So very bright. So 10.8 volt Bosch light, and I keep a little tub in there, sort of taking water out and radiators, just little jobs, you know. And that's actually a 10mm hose bit. Again, it's for draining down boilers. Occasionally that's useful. Some washers there, and again another pack of washers. So I've got quite a lot of stuff in there, and then some brass fittings, as you can see. So it's you get quite a lot in there, and this is what I really like about this bag. You just I don't know if you can see that space there, and that is quite a large space. I'm going to close up this side. Just close up this side a second. I'm just going to show you the space I've got in there. All these box spanners that I use for fitting taps and things. So, and finally, 10.8 volt drill. Yeah, combi drill. So very nice. But just look at the size of that in there. See that? That's a good amount of space in there, and they've actually made this so you can holster that in there. See that? To hold that in there. So that's a nice touch. And let me just going to turn that around a little bit so you can. I've got a junior hacksaw in there, on some gloves and that. But so got 4 more pockets, as you can see over here, and got another zipped section where you can possibly fit some paperwork and that. So I've got a little few pieces of reference paperwork in there, so that's very handy. It's not a very big pocket, but very useful. And so that's pretty much what I've got in there. Now I've got this Tenge tools. It's little ratchets, mini ratchet set. So got that in there as well. So I've got a lot of stuff in there. So it's no wonder it weighs 17 kilograms. So. But overall, what do I think of it? I actually think it's very good value. it works for me. Obviously, what you tend to do is you tend to you work around the bag you have, and for me it works well because the bigger the bag, the heavier it gets, and you really don't want it to be any heavier than sort of what this is, and this is 17 kilograms. My other bag, I have to say, the Vito Pro Pack was much heavier than this. It was at least another 2 or 3 kilograms because the bag itself was heavier, and the bigger the bag, the more you fill it up. So it works for me, but just remember what I said about the height. The height can be an issue, and some people they do like sort of they do like having something on the outside to put a little saw in or something like that. So this doesn't have that. I know some bags do, but this doesn't have that. But other than that, I'll open it up again. I think it's really a very practical bag, and as you can see, I've got so much stuff in there. So make of it what you will. But don't forget what I said about the strap. So you may need a strap because the original one is not very good quality. Thanks for watching. Take care.